Greeting interwebs, it's Jackie K, and welcome for another edition of my first through of Chibi Robo Lash. Last time we entered North America, and we're going to continue exploring it, although I am going to be doing something a little different again, and this time I got someone to drag along for the ride. Introduce yourself, good sir.
Hello everyone, this is Television from the original Chibi Robo! AKA Midnight and Beyond.
And I was just going into here because I was monkeying around with this, and it actually did spoil, quote unquote, how many worlds there are in this game. We're almost done, this is the second last world. I had a feeling, yet I wasn't quite positive if that was the case, but that's how it's going down. So, how about we just... I would say we go in and start our adventures, but I think I forgot to take care of the trash.
Take out the trash!
Alley-oop. And we'll never see that number go down, so sometimes I wonder why I bother. I still need
because it's good for the environment.
Eco-friendly, got it. So, while we're waiting for the world to start, why don't you introduce yourself, Midnight? Tell the interwebs about what you do.
Okay, so I am a Let's Player on YouTube. It's a very unique thing. I don't know if any of you have heard of it before, but I've been doing it for like 4 years now. I have almost 40 Let's Plays on my channel, so there's a lot of variety right now. If you want to check it out, then I'm currently doing The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker and Mario Party 2. Both of them are about to finish up, so we'll be going into something else fairly soon, but that's what I'm doing right now. And with Mario Party 2 specifically, I'm having guests in every single board, and Jack was actually one of the guests in one of them, so be sure to check that out.
Yeah, precisely.
Precisely!
I could swear I fixed that shoulder button, but that turned... I guess I'll have to do that again. Now that your introduction's done, we can grab the coins.
Every coin.
Yeah, I tried not to talk. I tried not to go into here until you're done, so I wouldn't interrupt you, so it wouldn't be awkward. But it just ended up being awkward anyway. So we're done. So it's no biggie. You did it.
No biggie. You did it. Oh wait, we're gonna get to see the dance?
Maybe.
It's the best part of the entire game!
It looks like we're getting an object of consumerism.
Oh my goodness, sir, you found a snack! It's Bontaname!
And yet another Japanese snack. It's like this game was made in Japan or something.
But this is the American level. We need American snacks, like Cheetos or something, I don't know.
There has been some American snacks already. I can't seem to remember them now. There's like those... They had Prags and, you know, the candies that are in those figurines.
Oh, yes, I love those so much.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what other American snacks there were, but... I think we might have to... Yeah, we have a bigger problem than edible objects on our hands.
It's like the ending to the Brave Little Toaster spoilers, kind of.
Yes!
It's the best movie ever, you need to see it.
Yeah, I've probably seen... I know I've seen Brave Little Toaster before, but it's been so long, I barely remember anything about the movie besides the main plot and the fact that there was... the characters. For a second there, I thought it was like... I thought the whole thing stopped and was like... Oh, we're actually gonna wait for you. Not.
Yeah, this thing's kind of crazy with how quick it's going.
You could say it's a crazy cutter.
It's a crazy cutter.
Alright. Oh yeah. I was wondering when we were actually gonna need this particular element. I guess that time is now. Oh no, we are trapped. Whatever shall we do?
Hopefully there's a new item that'll help us get out.
Unfortunately, this is Chibi Robo Lash, so we're doomed.
Oh no.
So, I was gonna say, what do you think about the way this game I've been meaning to talk to someone about it, and I assume you've played Lash before because you're the biggest Chibi Robo buff I know.
Yeah, so Chibi Robo is my favorite, like one of my favorite video games of all time. Before Knights came along, it was my number one. And I've played Lash, I've beaten Lash. It's a fun game, it was a lot better than I thought it would be, but it's very clear to everyone that it's not a Chibi Robo game at all. And I'm very worried, because like the developer said that this was, like if this game didn't sell well, then this might be the last Chibi Robo game we see. And I know a lot of people didn't buy it, so I don't know, I was just praying and hoping that like it would do well, or that we would get the Wii remake of Chibi Robo brought to America, or Chibi Robo being put in Smash or something. I just care about him so stinking much, and I want to see him just exist in the world, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, what the heck? Oh,
I did a bad.
I'm pretty sure I did that in my first playthrough.
It's
like, what's behind door number 1? Death.
Yeah. At least we get to go for the settlement, and I get to see Chibi Robo's head pop up for no reason.
It's because he needs to store a pirate ship in his head. It's the only reason
but he's not storing a pirate ship in his head. He usually opens his head when he's putting stuff in it, but he didn't put anything in it that time.
Maybe it was an invisible pirate ship. It's like the invisible boatmobile.
Ah, that would explain it. Yeah, I love how we were just nonchalantly talking about Chibi Robo when these giant saws of death are coming to destroy us all.
Destroy us all! Oh, but yeah, I love almost all the Chibi Robo games, and this one was really good, but I would have preferred one that lived up to the original, because to this day, like, there's not anything that came even close to the original, and I want to mainly see Chibi Robo on a console again. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know, what do you think about, what was the sequel, the second game?
Park Patrol?
I forget if, yeah, Park Patrol.
Park Patrol was alright. It still had, it's the most similar, actually no, that's not entirely true. It's very similar to the original in terms of, like, compared to Lash at least. It's still not as fun, in my opinion, just because it's a lot more straightforward. There's not as many events with, like, characters or just, like, a bunch of different branching paths and all that jazz. There is a third Chibi Robo game that was Japan exclusive. A lot of people don't know about it, and it also has that sort of similar game style. It's called, well, the rough title translated is called Welcome Home Chibi Robo Happy Rich Big Sweep. And I don't know if I should explain the plot of it because it's sort of spoilery, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But that's also sort of has the same gameplay, and I kind of wish I could get to play it one day. And more snacks! Oh my goodness, I found a snack! It's Kado Mucho!
Yeah, I think something I wanted to get into, which was part of why I brought up the whole... If I could stop getting interrupted by Chibi Robo freaking his head out every time these chain blobs of death come along.
At least he doesn't drop to the floor and start bleeding green blood like in Chibi Robo for GameCube.
Anyway, yeah. I was unsure what you thought about the plot of this game, because playing through it, and I kind of wanted to have someone who was familiar with the game to talk about too. It really seems like Lash starts off that it's going to be this game about saving the world from an energy crisis, and then it just turns into consumerism almost immediately into the game.
The plot sort of vanishes like almost immediately. It's not the most well-structured thing, and that's also going to be very apparent later on in the game. I won't say anything because I know you haven't beaten it yet. This is the first Thru, as it's called. But I don't know, a lot of things like the toys I don't think serve any purpose and whatnot. It's just not really nearly as interesting as any other characters in Chibi Robo games. So I don't know, it's just sort of, like I said, just case in point, it's not a Chibi Robo game. It's just a game that has Chibi Robo in it for some reason.
Yeah, it didn't really, it kind of just seemed weird that they started off with the whole plot and then just abandoned it. I mean, I'm not surprised. Oh, I thought it was gonna, the cutscene kind of cut me off, so I thought it was just gonna fall from the cutscene.
The cutscene cut you off.
Ayo!
Chibi Robo's so happy.
Indeed. Yeah.
This is the happiest Chibi Robo ever in existence, though. I'll say that much.
Well, I mean, he seems a bit more well off. He, like, has a job in space already and just decides, hey, I'll be a cool guy and come save the world. Even though I got this nice job in outer space.
Oh, I like how at the beginning of the game he's just, like, cleaning a spaceship or something. Oh, wow, you got the gold. Nice job. I got really upset first time playing this when I found out that if you take too long to hit the gold UFO, it just leaves.
Yeah, I found out all too many times myself. I guess the time pressure makes a little bit of sense to me, though. Because, like, if you... Otherwise, you could just plan and actually get it every time.
New high score.
Of course it's new. It's my first time in the level.
It's my first time. It's my first day.
Since we're coming up to everyone's favorite part about this game, what do you think about the wheel? I think I've gone over my opinions on it already.
It makes no sense. Like, honestly, I don't understand it at all.
That is a fair answer.
At least it's easy to get the one you want, but I don't understand in the slightest, like, why don't we just go in order?
I still am trying to figure that out. I mean, I got 3 spins. I think I'm gonna try to get it the quote legit way.
So you just, if I remember correctly, you press A on the one that's before the one you want.
I think it was something like that. I'll give it a shot. And... I think I might have been a little too late with that. Strike 1.
Is this result of Chibi Robo?
No!
It also bugs me a lot that the check and the X, they're a check and an X instead of an exclamation point and a circle slash, like in the original game.
Okay. The only way that could go wrong if it was too early. There we go. Hey. I completely forgot that it was a check mark. Wasn't a check mark in the original games.
I think in the Japanese version it's switched, like for some reason. I think in the Japanese it is an X, and I think it's like a blue check mark or something like that. It's weird. Or no, it's a blue circle and a red X in the Japanese version.
Yeah, this is why you're on. Get someone with a little Chibi Robo knowledge to spice up the action and actually make it seem like a Chibi Robo series.
I know far too much about Chibi Robo.
Alright, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, and next time on Chibi Robo Zip Lash, we'll adventure on to the assembly line. I just realized, the name of the last level was Escape from Frantic Factory, and I forgot to point out how that's a Sonic and a Donkey Kong Country reference all wrapped up in one.
We're crossing the streams, man.
Well, at least I did it now. And I guess we'll see you all for the next edition of Chibi Robo Zip Lash, Adventure on the Assembly Line. See you all then.
Bye-bye.